We have a goodwill message from His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Mankinde. I think he's live with us on Zoom.
Let me stand on the already established protocol and let me also apologize for not being able to be in Port Harcourt physically. That was the plan. That was my original plan. But the past 2 days has been challenging for us here on the security front. So my sincere apologies. I believe I'm coming to Port Harcourt as soon as it's practicable for me, to do so, and I will definitely come to Christ Church to worship. Every time I come around to Port Harcourt or have something to do with Christ Church, the word for me is nostalgia. This is the feeling I get whenever I'm interacting with Christ Church members. I remember the years I spent attending Christ Church. The people, I will not be wrong to say, those were the days of my humble beginnings. One of the biggest problems we are facing in Nigeria today is negative nostalgia. As a people, we seem tied to the past. We want to go back and live in the past because we believe the past was better. In fact, during an election cycle, we had people waxing lyrical about the oil boom, the 70s, when 1 naira was equal to or greater than $1. And they promised to bring back that time. And for nostalgia, we bought into it. We've had people talk about how we had the great granite pyramids in the north, we produced cocoa in the west, and found oil in the east. And they promised it was possible to go back to those productive years. We're so sentimentally attached to those good times that we believe it is possible and better, to get them back. But this type of sentimental attachment to the past is not a good thing. The writer of the book of Ecclesiastes in chapter 7, verse 10, put it this way: do not say, why we were the old days better than this, for it is not wise to ask such questions. And why is it not wise? One reason is that the past is irrecoverable. In fact, if you read Webster's definition of nostalgia, the second meaning says that nostalgia is a wishful or excessively sentimental yearning or return to or for some past period or irrecoverable condition. Yes, we have the past, but the past exists for one purpose. Not for us to return to it, but for us to learn from it. And this is one thing that I hope this forum achieves. In an attempt to answer the question with the theme of this colloquium, what do Nigerians want? It is important to look at our democratic history and draw lessons from the economic, political, and social decisions that we made in the past and the effects that those decisions have had on us. As the African saying goes, you need to identify where you got drenched by rainfall in the past to avoid a recurrence. But the reality of the matter is that humans in general want the same things, no matter what part of the world we live. The religion we profess, our gender, language, or any other social characteristics we may have. There are fundamental and universal things that we need as humans. Theorists have even come up with what they call the hierarchy of needs. The problem has always been how we want to achieve those needs and what we have to sacrifice to achieve it. I remember when I was pushing to get elected, my daughter came up to me and said, "Dad, how much are you willing to give, for this your ambition?" And, that made me to draw a line to say, well, one is not going to cross this line. So it's important to know, what we have to sacrifice, for whatever we want to achieve. So let me wish you fruitful deliberations at this forum. I looked at the program for this event and noticed that the 6 sub-teams speak to 3 of 4 pillars, which we are using as a roadmap to accelerated development in Oyo State. These are the economy, education, and security. That shows that we must be onto something, because as far as data has shown, our roadmap in Oyo State is working. So if you use a similar formula here, then your results should also work. I hope that at the end of this colloquium, you will have created a document that can really be put to good use by those in public service as a roadmap for moving Nigeria forward. I pray that we leave nostalgia behind. We really do not need the granite pyramids of the 70s, nor do we need to go back to the time when we were great producers. Yes, production is good, but as we learned from the Industrial Revolution, we have to move on from being agrarian producers into industrialized processors. And if we do not fully understand how the world's economy works, let us think of chocolate. Africa produces the cocoa, but guess who makes the big bucks from buying our cocoa and processing it into? So, once again, I want to wish you, as we hold this one-day colloquium, and I look forward to getting my own copy of the resolutions from this effort.